Man, there's been so much exciting news with IonQ lately that it's kind of hard to keep up. But today, we have two huge milestones from the company that they've achieved. So let's get into the first one. So in my honest opinion, IonQ just hit a milestone that could one day connect quantum computers across the entire globe. And they did it by solving a very specific and very annoying problem, which is photons don't like to travel long distances. At least not the kind used in most quantum systems currently. But now, IonQ says they've built a prototype that changes that. A new breakthrough basically. So here's what they did. IonQ has officially demonstrated quantum frequency conversion, which means they've successfully shifted the wavelength of their quantum signals from the visible spectrum down into telecom wavelengths. So this matters because telecom wavelengths, specifically around 1550 nanometers, are the sweet spot for sending signals across standard fiber optic cables. So in other words, IonQ figured out how to translate their quantum signals into the same kind of light used by the world's fiber optic cables, like the ones that run across cities and even under the ocean. And this matters because those cables are already everywhere, and they're optimized to carry light at a very specific wavelength. So by converting their quantum signals to match that, IonQ is basically making it possible to one day send quantum data through the global internet backbone. Right now, most quantum computers, including IonQ's trapped ion systems, use visible light photons to carry quantum information. And these photons work great inside the lab, but trying to send them through a fiber cable and they end up getting eaten alive. It's extremely inefficient. The losses are just too high because they weren't naturally built for that. But as for telecom wavelengths, they absolutely are. And if you convert your qubits into that format without losing the quantum data, they can, at least in theory, travel way further. So all that aside, IonQ confirmed that this prototype was developed in partnership with their Air Force Research Laboratory and is part of a broader push towards building quantum networks. And just to be clear, this was a proof of concept demo. They didn't claim a specific distance or give metrics or anything, but they did say that the results are a key step towards transmitting quantum information over commercial fiber infrastructure. And this kind of frequency conversion is considered the critical missing piece in the future of quantum networking, because having powerful quantum computers is only one part of the whole thing. The real breakthrough is where you can link them securely over long distances using entangled photons. And that's the foundation of what people call the quantum internet. So this means that IonQ is working on the infrastructure layer, the part that connects all the systems together. And that opens up new verticals beyond just compute, like quantum secure communications, defense networks, telecom partnerships, and maybe even a space application down the line. But what might even be more exciting though, is that IonQ just announced its Tempo quantum system has achieved algorithmic qubit 64, a new record in the algorithmic qubit performance. And more importantly, they say this was achieved 3 months ahead of schedule. And with this, IonQ claims it becomes the only company to currently reach algorithmic qubit 64. And if you're wondering what exactly this is, it's a benchmark created by IonQ to represent how many high-fidelity, error-tolerant qubits a quantum system effectively performs when running real algorithms. It's like saying, this system behaves like a 64-qubit machine would in the real world, not just in theory. And IonQ claims that with this algorithmic qubit 64, their Tempo system is expected to reach a point of commercial advantage for certain applications. In fact, they argue that the computational space is 36 trillion times larger than the space available from IBM's publicly available quantum systems. And Niccolò De Masi, IonQ's chairman and CEO, is quoted by saying that this milestone reflects the maturity of their hardware, software, and their application stack, and it reinforces their leadership in making quantum systems commercially valuable today. And moreover, during IonQ's Analyst Day, they shared comparative performance metrics from its prior systems, Aria and Forte, against IBM's systems. And this is what they found: a 35% improvement in their solution quality for optimization algorithm, a 74% improvement from their Fourier transform, and a 182% improvement from their search algorithm. And they contextualized this announcement with their broader corporate activity, all the acquisitions they've been doing, like with Qubitech, LightSync, Oxford Ionics, and their intentions to acquire Vector Atomic. And all of this is part of IonQ's effort to lead in both quantum hardware and quantum networking. It's honestly really cool to see how far this company has come over the last couple years. In fact, IonQ is even going beyond Earth. Watch this video next to see how they intend to implement their quantum technology in space. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.